Man, where is he? I'm here. Where have you been? I got up earlier. Ugh, man, I'm tired from all that playing the game. We were all there. Yeah, I know. But still, though, that second message, that one's even more disturbing than the last one. Well, yeah, but there's still some questions than answers. This mystery keeps getting more difficult and complicated. You got that right. And I keep telling you guys, we need to have names. Well, now that I think about it, we never call each other our names. So, what should we have a name that we should call ourselves? Alright, let me think. I will be named Darius. Darius? Yes, that's my name. Darius. I don't think so. Okay, maybe you're right. Because there are someone else that have that name. Let me think. I know. I'll call myself Kevin. Yeah, that's my name. Kevin. Alright, Kevin. What about you? I'm thinking. I think I'll name myself Shin. Yeah, that's my name. Shin. That's my name. Alright, Shin. And alright, Kevin. So we officially have names. Seems like it. But what about the others? Well, I guess we'll have to talk to them, Kevin. Yeah. Alright, Shin. What? Hey, guys. We're ready. Alright, we're coming. Oh, and also, we have something to talk about. Really? Yeah, we'll meet you there. Alright. Shall we? Okay. Alright. So this is the book we have. Write down the events that happened in the game. And the other one, for the characters that looked up the profile. Alright. Now, all it's missing is the chart of that timeline. There we go. It's a lot bigger, but each character with the timeline of that childhood, the accident, and the present. Alright, where are those three? We're here. Alright, finally, guys. Oh, before we start, we have names. I am Kevin, and I'm Shin. Really? Those are your names? Yeah, but what about you two? We never actually even thought about it. Me neither. Okay, what do we call each other, then? I got a name for you. How about Achilles? Because you have a broken ankle. What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I'm old? No, I'm just... Hey, I may be old, but I can still fight you. Okay. How about Earl, then? Earl? Well, okay. I'm Earl. What about you? Let me think. I'm thinking of being called Tyler. Yeah, that's my name. Tyler. Well, since we have names, so Tyler, explain. Oh, okay. So, we're here today to explain all the events that happened that we saw and play the game of noby. And so, here we have this notebook that we write down the events that happen. And the black notebook that we put with character profile on there. So, which one should we do first? If I may, yes, Kevin. How about we do the events that happen in the game? Alright. Here we have the events on the game that we saw May 1st. So, I wrote down on each of the events. Well, some of it. This one is, why did they move to Okutama from Tokyo? Well, according to Hideaki's mom, living in Tokyo is very expensive there. Yeah, that is true, though. I mean, the prices aren't a joke. But the question is, why did he even move back to his hometown now? But why now? Maybe because of a certain event that happened in his childhood? Perhaps, Kevin, but... And according to Hideaki, that he suffered an amnesia of sort. But what kind of amnesia accident that caused it? So I wrote down the possibilities of any accidents that will cause some amnesia. 1. Car accident. Head trauma, being hit by a blunt object. Or falling down from a ladder or stairs. Violence. Well, if a person has amnesia caused by child abuse or any type of thing. Oh, right. And combat injuries. Meaning that if a person was in combat trying to fight off or defend a person. And the last one, which is very unlikely, but I can't rule out the possibility. Drowning. Really? Really, Tyler? How does someone get amnesia in water? Like, how does that even work? Yeah, that's like impossible, right? Well, if you guys remember that we saw the profile of Hideaki, I didn't see no head trauma or a scar on a forehead or wound, because we would have seen it. Okay, that is true that there is no scar or some sort of wound on his head. I mean, typically a person would have a visible scar on the head. We would have seen it. But why did you put drowning on there? I don't know, but kind of a feeling that it was involved in that. Okay. this message that we saw about a boy in a river. So, we thought it was some sort of a hint or clue about a boy in a river. Well, the only boy that we saw in the game was Hideaki, but do you think that has something to do with him? About the boy in the river? Well, it is a 10% chance that it could be, but well, if it is the same person about the message in the boy in the river, we can't tell because it's too early. Anyway, next page on May 2nd. And here's this. First one that Shinatsu said both her and his family used to be friends back in the past. Well, maybe old colleagues that worked at a workplace. Maybe their families know each other or something. Well, it is a possibility, but she did say that her and Hideaki's family know each other, which means somewhere between the well, we don't know what year it took place at. You know, I always have this question. Why don't visual novel games ever put years on there, like in the 90s or even the 2000s or 2010s, where the game takes place? Why not put the years on them? That's a good question. Okay, moving on. And the second one, that Hideaki said that he was involved in an accident when he was a kid, but unfortunately, he doesn't remember his past, or doesn't remember the accident itself. So, I'm guessing that Hideaki doesn't remember what kind of accident that he had when he was a child. And the third one, when Hideaki asked Shinatsu the question, do we know each other? But she didn't respond, but she just ignored it, like she's hesitating to answer him. Well, I kind of noticed it too. Really? Like, I don't know if you guys can tell of a body language, but at the bridge, I saw that Shinatsu seemed a bit hesitant to answer that question, like she's trying to not say anything to disturb him or try to make him remember the past. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, because I can tell that body language that she is hesitating to say or answer that question. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can. I never even thought about that. Well, you never did, Earl. Oh, alright. And fourth, Shinatsu said that people don't come to this bridge very often. And you guys know what that means? Well, it is a very old alleyway and abandoned that people don't come there very often or use the bridge to walk across. Because for how many years, well, we don't know. And when Hideaki told her he took a detour, and she responded in a whisper, "I see you always the adventurous type." So, what does she mean by you are the adventurous type? Maybe Hideaki was, well, the adventurous person in his childhood, but what specific adventurous it is? Maybe explorer, or going out to the woods, or even on the river? Well, it is a possibility, but I find it unlikely that I find it very unlikely. Alright. And the fifth one is that when Hideaki slash Goji and Shinatsu were walking to school, when Shinatsu looked around as other students entering in the school, she looked as if that she didn't want to be here. Well, given that Shinatsu's personality means she is a loner and reserved and introvert, not the social type. Yes, given our observation, she does not will interact or social with other people, but given what the game progresses, maybe there will be character development in the future that she would talk to other people besides Hideaki. Well, that is true that she could talk to other people. And the sixth one, Megumi. You mean that pink-haired girl? Yes. Now, I put and she told Hideaki what brings you to this town in school. When Hideaki responded with, "This is the first time we've actually moved on a whim. Very weird trip." Megumi is a student council member, right? So she would actually know about that new student coming into school. I mean, do they? I don't know. I never seen it happen. Much less in Japanese schools, because I don't know if student council members even know about the new student coming here to register, or even go to the office first, then go to class first, then second. Alright, here's this last part that I wrote. That after school, when Hideaki went to the bridge, and he saw that Shinatsu seemed a bit down, like sad, like she seems to have something in her mind. Well, I mean, it's not every day that you meet a friend from your past that you can't remember your own childhood. But remember, she didn't say that their childhood friends are old acquaintances. Well, with Hideaki having amnesia, I'm guessing that he doesn't remember anything. Well, true. Well, I guess you have a point there. I mean, if a person has amnesia about their past, if there's a childhood friend, male or female, because they wouldn't remember anything. Anyway, here's this one. That Shinatsu said that I lived here for years. Now yet I still haven't gotten used to it a lot. when she said that, it's almost like that she has been here before in this town. Hey, it's too early to tell. I mean, she didn't say that they were childhood friends or old acquaintances. She just said that her and his family used to be friends. Yes, she did say that. So, anything else, Tyler? Yes. When they went to bed, there was another message again about that a boy walked into the river, drowning into the sinking into the darkness. I mean, that's the second one. I mean, does it have a meaning or clue or hint of some kind? Because we know that it has something to do with Hideaki and that boy in the river. Maybe they are the same person or someone else. If it is the same person, then what? If it is, well, too early to tell. Anyway, next book. This one is for the character profile. Okay, let's start with Hideaki's profile. Here's what I put of Hideaki Naito's profile. Role: classmate, friend, gamer, neighbor, and son. And a subject of accident, amnesia, stalking, and teasing. But the rest of it was blurred out. Like it's blocked, trying to be unlocked the words of what roles and what subject of. And now for Shinatsu's. And here's Shinatsu's profile. Personality: bookworm, loner, mysterious, reserved. And her role: friend, student club member. Subject of, well, it's unknown. And engages in reading. And this one that stands out: self. What do you guys think? Self. Self-conscious, self-aware, or self-preserve? I can't think of anything that has self with the last sentence. Self-sacrifice? I don't think so. What do you think, Earl? I don't know. Whatever self in that other end of the word sentence, we'll just have to see and find out when the game progresses. Yeah, I agree. Yep. But what about Megami's profile? Yeah, Goji didn't look it up about her. We'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait until they wake up in that game universe. Anyway, moving on to the chart. Man, this paper is really big. Yup, now we have a lot of room to write down anything. Okay, let's start with Hideaki's line. Alright, this is Hideaki's line. Alright, here's the past. And the accident happened. And finally, and this is where they move back in town 10 years later. But what about Shinatsu's? Well, that's gonna be a difficult one. But I'll try. Alright guys, here's Shinatsu's timeline of Hideaki's past, the accident, and moved to Okutama 10 years later. Now, somewhere in the past, that if I had to speculate, that Shinatsu's parents and Hiraki's parents might have met somewhere between here and when the accident happened. But everything went blank. Oh, oops, I forgot to put Megami's timeline. So I put Megami's, but unfortunately there's no definitive any event that had happened in childhood, the accident, and moved in town. So what do you think? You better have taken notes of this, because this event will continue as the events progresses. You better take notes and what event that happened. Dude, who are you talking to? Oh, nothing, no one. Okay then. And there is one thing that you are leaving out. What is noby and what it stands for? I've tried to figure it out, but nothing. Ooh, I know. I've clue. Okay then. Kevin, while you guys were gone when Goji, Scorpio, and Cobra went to sleep, I might have saw something. What did you see? When I see there was a N and with an O that has no. Okay, that's a first. So I'll put. So the first one was no, but what about the O? Oops, I might have put a B on it. My bad. Well, that, Tyler, I don't know. That's just all I saw was a no. So, is it like no of because you're? I think it's actually no off being you. That's a tough one, because that's all it is with a no. All it's missing is the O. It's either of, off, one, because we'll just have to wait until the game progresses, I guess. Well, what do we do now? Well, we got time until nightfall. Why is it always nightfall? I mean, according in the universe in the game, and therein is night, and we're still in the daytime. Well, there are universes of time differences between our world and the alternate world is very different and very complicated to solve. That doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, I know. But anyways, well, we have no time to ourselves, so why don't we watch a movie? Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm in. This concludes. What if G and F was an noby? And what do you think of these events that the four have wrote down of the events that occurred and the time chart on the timeline of Hideaki, Shinatsu's, and Megumi? Find out. Like and subscribe and see you later, guys.